great white shark. So in your bag that you got in your supply bin, I'll grab my example here really quick. So I've got my supply bin here, and in there you have this great big bag of shared reading books. And in there you will have Who Would Win? And we are going to start this read aloud today. I'm so excited. I know for some of you this is really fun. This is not like our last book. Our last book was almost like a help book. This book is informational. It's got lots of good nonfiction facts in it, but they do it in a really fun way where you kind of have to decide who you think would win. So, turning the page. If you need to pause your video and go grab it, feel free. Who Would Win? Killer Whale versus Great White Shark by Jerry Pallotta, illustrated by Rob Bolster. Day 1. I split it up for it. Remember to read along. Don't forget to follow along. You can read out loud with me or just follow along with that finger as we read. Remember, making that connection between the words that I say and the words that you're picturing in your mind is really important. What would happen if a killer whale met up with a great white shark? What if they had a fight? Who do you think would win? If you already know, shh, don't tell us. Now we're going to get some information. Scientific name of killer whale, Orcanus orca. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Meet the killer whale, also known as an orca. It is a sea mammal. It breathes air through the blowhole on the top of its head. Just like you, killer whales have lungs. They hold their breath underwater. So here, it's got this great picture here. This is kind of a close-up, so you can see this is the blowhole. That's where it's located. Killer whale nicknames: blackfish, orca, seawolf, and killer of whales. Now we're going to hear about the shark. Scientific name of great white shark. Oh no. Carcharodon carcarius. I don't know, you guys, but I did my best. Meet the great white shark. It's a huge fish that can't survive out of the water. Sharks and other fish don't breathe air. Fish get oxygen from water that flows through their gills. So we've got two different ways of getting oxygen. Through a blowhole, they breathe the air like we do, or through gills, because this one is a fish, and they get the oxygen from the water that flows through their gills. So this is really cool. Like I said, here's that picture, and they've taken this little box here of the gills, and they've blown it up and made it bigger for us to see. Like most sharks, the great white has 5 gill slits. This is this box right here, when they make the little tiny details bigger, that magnifier box, that's a big thing that they do in nonfiction text to help you understand better and to help you know what you're reading and the facts that you're reading. Great white shark nicknames: Maneater, Tommy, I have no idea where that one came from, very curious, White Pointer, and White Death. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, that's kind of a scary page. The killer whale has a huge jaw full of about 50 teeth. It's more than you have. The teeth can be almost 4 inches long. Okay, hold on. I like to visualize this. Here's my ruler. 4 inches. 4 inches. So about here to here. Okay, 4 inches. On my face, this is 4 inches. That's a large tooth. That's a very large tooth. Now we've got some cool facts here. So this is the gum line. So this is where the gums would go. This is the actual size of a tooth, by the way, which, I mean, if I was measuring it with my ruler here. Yeah, that's almost 4 inches. Wow, that's cool. Actual tooth. Actual size is really cool. This is where the gums are, so this is what sticks out. A killer whale tooth looks like this. Did you know? I love these fact boxes in nonfiction text. If the killer whale loses an adult tooth, it doesn't grow back. Kind of like us. We lose baby teeth, we get our adult ones, but you lose an adult tooth, nothing. A great white shark has a gigantic mouth full of several rows of razor-sharp teeth. It's scary just to look at them. So here's the actual size of a great white shark in his tooth, and you can see the little razor bumps here. A great white shark tooth looks like this. Did you know? Fact box. If a shark loses a tooth, another tooth takes its place. During a shark's life, it can lose more than 3,000 teeth. That's frightening. A little bit frightening. Yeah, a little bit. Cool. A little scary too. And that brings us to day 2. We're done. So here is what I want you to do. This is page 8. I want you to find some kind of a bookmark. If you do have a sticky note, feel free to use it. If you don't, that's okay. Just put a piece of paper in here. Now, what we're going to do, and let me grab my notebook here. It's behind me in my supply bin. We're going to start doing a little bit of reading response, kind of. So I'm going to grab my notebook. This is my spiral notebook. It's got the spiral on the side, and I'm just going to open up the front cover here. My paper looks like this. Ta-da, ta-da. And I'm going to show you now, putting this down here, the big parts at the top, these little holes are on the left of my paper. This is the left. This is the way the L looks. And I'm going to write the date. It is, let's see, September is the 9th month, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 9th month of the year. 9, it's our month, and now our day. And I am doing this, see, this is my problem, I'm doing this ahead of time, so I have to think ahead. I'm doing this on the 28th. This is our read aloud for the 28th, and our year is 2020, so when we write the date like this, I just have to put 20. That 2000 part, 20, I can ignore and just put the last 2 digits, 20. This is our date, and I am going to, I think I'm going to say just who would win. I want to make sure that I mark down what book I'm reading. Who would win? And this is how I'm keeping track. Now, today, all I want you to do for a reading response is I just want you to write down the fact that you found most interesting. Something that you learned. If you want to write down a bunch of facts because you're really into writing facts from books, feel free. I will not limit you on that. That is fantastic. But you do only have to write down one. So I'm going to think, and I think I want to write down, I thought this was really interesting. I'm finding out that we have a lot more in common with the orca than I thought. Not with the shark, but definitely with the orca. So I'm going to say you guys, I automatically indented my paragraph without even realizing it. You can do that if you want, or you can start over at the front of the line. Guess I'm getting practice on indenting. The orca breathes oxygen. Breathes in air to get oxygen. The orca breathes in, I like saying that better, in air to get oxygen, just like humans. I'm going to say, but orcas use a blowhole. I know how to spell it because it's right here. And humans, what do we use? Our humans use our nose and mouth. There. I thought that was pretty interesting. We're similar, a little bit different, but we're more similar to the orca. That was pretty cool. All right, so something from these first few pages. And if you wanted to write the pages, this is page 1 through 7 that we just read today. Don't lose this spiral notebook. We'll use it again. If you needed to pause my video to get this, or you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had to have it, and I was watching this, and now I need to go do it, now is your chance to rewind me a little bit. Just and to play me again, and you can do this now that you have your things in front of you. All right? This book is going away until tomorrow. Although some of you I know will be like, I can't wait. I have to read it. And that's okay. Just don't tell us what happens. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll see what other information we get.